It was, yeah. It's not too close, Avi. Okay, good morning. We're holding the Kuf Dalet on the base on the bottom. Yeah, is the Olam ready?
30 seconds.
All right, so we learned in the Mishnah. All right, so if somebody says Harei Alai Mincha, with the Machlokes in the Mishnah, the Tanakama says he brings any type of mincha he wants, and Rabbi Yehuda says he brings a minchas soilus. Somebody says Harei Alai Mincha, he only has soilus. Somebody says Harei Alai Mincha, he only says the word mincha, he doesn't explain what. Rabbi Yehuda says he brings a soilus. Why? Tana. We're holding Daf Kuf Dalet on the base on the bottom, 2 lines from the bottom. We're going to go through Kuf Dalet on the base, through Kuf A, a wild ride, all the way to Daf Kuf Vav today, all in under 40 minutes, hopefully. Tana. Hayil upasach b'akosov tchila. Why? What's so special about Soilus? Because Soilus is when the Torah starts describing Menachos, the first one is a Minchas Soilus. As the Gemara, Elo me'ato hoimer elai oila. If somebody just says oila doesn't describe what type of animal, it could be a bull, it could be a keves, an ayil. Elo me'ato hoimer elai oila. Yavi ben bakar. Does that mean he has to bring a cow? Dafka. Hoilo puzzle by a cause of tchila. Since that's the first one mentioned in the Torah. Minat tzoin yavi keves. So if a person says I'm bringing tzoin, he has to bring keves. Hoilo puzzle by a cause of tchila. Again in that pasuk it says Tor ben Yoina. First comes Tor, then comes the other bird. So maybe you have to bring dafka a Tor. Why does it say Harei Alai Oila Yavi Keves? First of all, it says that if a person says Oila, he brings a keves, and there's going to be a machlokes in about 2 daf. Why? But the point is, there's no mention of Rabbi Yehuda. Because if Rabbi Yehuda holds l'shitasoi that whatever the Torah starts off with, that's what goes. So it should say at least that Rabbi Yehuda is mechulik, and Rabbi Yehuda holds that you bring a cow. It doesn't mention that. All it says is Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah Omer Torah Oy ben Yoina v'lo palag Rabbi Yehuda. So we have to say another pshat. Why is it if a person says mincha, he brings a minchas soilus and not a minchas machvas or marcheshes or something else? The less lay shem levai. This makes a lot of sense actually, because when the Torah says mincha, it refers to soilus, and it doesn't say mincha soilus. It says mincha, carbon mincha. That's it. So when if a person says mincha, he means that mincha called a soilus. Whereas when the Torah discusses a marcheshes and a machvas, the Torah calls it specifically minchas machvas. It has an explanation to its name. So if a person says mincha, he's not referring to a machvas, he's not referring to marcheshes. Says Gemara about Tano. But we started off the sugya saying, Tano hoilu pasach b'yakasav tchila. It does say mefurish that the reason is because he started off like that. That the Torah started off with the soilus, and not because it doesn't have a shem levai. But Tano hoilu pasach b'yakasav tchila kamar. Ha'chi kamar. This is what it means. Eizu mincha miyuchedes sheba menachos the leslie shem levai zu shepasach b'yakasav tchila. Which one is it? Which one did the Torah start off with? It's the one that doesn't have a shem levai. Pshita minchas hasoilus kamar. You don't need a Gemara to explain. Rabbi Yehuda says mefurish soilus. Simone ba'alma. So if you were to go back in time, in a week from now, actually tomorrow, and I ask you, what did Rabbi Yehuda say? Many of us are going to have a problem remembering which mincha Rabbi Yehuda discussed. Is it soilus, marcheshes, machvas? So I give you a nice simon. I say it's the first one in the Torah. Oh, that everybody knows. Everybody knows Vayikra Bal Peh, and the first one in the Torah is soilus. By the way, this is the same Rabbi Yehuda that we had, 10 days ago or so in the Mishnah. He brings a simon. He says Zedad Yahaz, which remember 7 by 4, the size of a bread is of a shtei lechem is 7 by 4, and it has a keren that's 4. Yahaz is 10 by 5, which a keren is 7. Also, the famous Rabbi Yehuda that says the tzach hadash be'achav. So Rabbi Yehuda is very big in the Rabbi Yehuda are nice b'em simonim. It says so. Mela over here also simona ba'alma. He's into the simona. Says the Gemara mincha min ha-mincha. Oh, so for this we need a little bit of a chart. We don't need, but it might help a little bit. Because if you say it inside, it gets a little confusing. There's a bunch of ways to say the same words. Min mincha would mean one. There's a min is the type. Mincha is a mincha. Now it could be minei mincha. It could be minei menachos, plural plural, singular singular, singular plural, plural singular. Okay, those are the options. So the question is on this one over here. Number 3. Number 1, if a person says min ha-mincha, he brings 1 mincha. If he says min menachos, he brings 2. The Gemara is asking about minei mincha. Do we take his first word, which is minei, which is plural, but he said mincha? I think Gemara is going to explain why you say that way. And then finally at the end, the Gemara says if somebody says minei menachos, he does bring 2, but of 2 types. That's it. But the wording could get a little confusing if we don't pay attention. So I'm just showing it. Visual. Mine is types. Now, good point, because the guy who was sitting next to me yesterday, I'd heard him before I got there, and I saw this sugi before, it was funny, I thought. He says, mini mincha. The whole time he's saying mini mincha. I thought he's referring to like this little mincha guy. No. Mine, not a mini. Fine. Min is a type, not a size. Says the Gemara, Boira Papa.
I think it's important to mention.
Yeah.
In common usage today, for example, you talk about Sifrei Torah or Sifrei Torahs. Attorneys General. So we normally say Sifrei Torah, so we always take the second one as singular, even though it's supposed to be plural, right?
Because we have only one Torah. That's what's going to say. So we have the one Torah, Torah Shebechtav. We have one Torah Shebechtav, we have different stories.
No, I'm talking about we've got many Sifrei Torah, a few Sefer Torahs.
Sure.
It's
physical sparm and one Torah.
So we always take the plural.
Sifrei Torah.
And we
It sounds like
Do you have another example? Do you have another example? Because he has a good taina. He's saying there's one Torah that's singular, but you could have many svarim with the same Torah.
It makes sense to me. It makes sense.
So let's see in the Gemara. The Gemara explains.
That's what the Gemara says. When you say mina menachos, yeah,
That doesn't sound as good.
it's 2 kinds of
Right.
Because usage at the time of the Gemara was different than modern law.
Okay. Boira Papa. Mine mincha mahu. So the number 3 over here, which is plural singular, mine mincha, what is the halacha? Ki even though Omar mine, since he started off with plural, tartik Omar. So obviously he meant he wants to bring 2 menachos. Umay mincha. So why did he contradict himself? The kula menacha is not mincha mikarin, because the Torah itself calls many in singular. D'chsiv v'zois Torahs hamincha. Now, obviously, when the Torah is talking about v'zois Torahs, these are the laws of the menachos. It's all the minchas, and the Torah calls all the menachos 1. Dilma kivin domar mincha chada mincha ka'amar umay mine mincha. So why did he say plural? Hari ka'amar mi mine mincha chada mincha alai. From all the types of menachos that there are, I want to bring 1. Toshma. It says in our Mishnah, mincha, min mincha. Okay, so that's the first one on the chart, min mincha. What's the halacha if a guy says min ha-mincha? He brings 1. Yavi achas, ha mine mincha. So now I could infer from this that if he said mine mincha, our shaila, the third box, shtaim. Okay, very good, but there's a little bit of a problem. A maseifa. So in our Mishnah it says menachos, min menachos, which is the second box over here. The halacha is 2. So I'll infer from that the third box is 1. So you can't learn anything from the Mishnah. Either way, if you want to be medayik in the words, be medayik from the sefer, and the dig from the sefer will come out. You'll come out with the exact reverse answer. We can be medayik from the reisha and get 1. We can medayik from the sefer and get 2. So you can't be medayik any. No, sorry. Where am I? Still don't have it. You see, I need my card. Hold on. so I cannot bring any right from our Mishnah. Toshma. Now I have a brisa. The brisa says the halacha of our Mishnah, but adds a couple words. Toshma min Menachos alai. So over here he started off singular, and he ended up with plural. What's the halacha? Yavi shtei menachos, but the brisa adds min echad. In other words, the brisa is saying that the first word we take literal to teach us how many types. So when he says min, and it was singular, so he has to stick to singular min. One min, but two menachos. Says the Gemara, ha mimine mincha, our question, chada. Right? So I can infer from this an answer. I have an answer. Our case, if a person says mine mincha, it's one. Says the Gemara, dilma ha mine mincha. No, I have no diuk, because maybe your diuk is a different diuk completely. I'll make a different diuk. There is a diuk here, but not what you want to be medayik. I have another diuk. That what? That if a person said mine mincha, instead of the halacha being that he brings two menachos from one min, the halacha would be he brings maybe shnei menachos mishnei minim. Says the Gemara, it says min menachos alai, maybe shtei menachos min echad. Mine menachos alai, mine menachos. This is okay. So now we're introducing this case on the bottom. Mine menachos. That's plural. Maybe shtei menachos mishnei minim. So only in this case do you bring two menachos from two minim, not four. One and one of each. Because he's saying I'm bringing two types from one each. Two menachos of two types. Exactly. Two menachos of two types. What do I infer from this? That if I say the third case, I don't do the same halacha as this. The third case is a different halacha. So don't tell me that that's what you're medayik from it. You just wanted to be medayik that the third case, mine mincha, has the same halacha as the fourth case. That can't be. Then why is there a fourth case? From the fourth case, I see that only this case, the fourth case, mine menachos. If I say plural, I have to bring two of two menachos. But if I say mine mincha, I don't bring two of two menachos. I bring two of one mincha. It'll be the same as.
Why not two of each?
Because
I want to bring two. Because
when the brisa says, because I'll tell you why. Because then the brisa that says mine menachos shouldn't say it. It should say a much easier case. It should say mine mincha. Also would have the same halacha, shtayim. Why are you going to easy case of plural? Give me a harder case. Singular plural has the same outcome, shtayim from two minim.
I'm saying why is that last one have to not four?
You stop asking.
Yesterday we had a case of somebody bringing 60 plus 59 plus 58 plus 57 because we don't have every possible option you could think of.
Right,
now
so maybe that goof is your answer. Maybe that goof is your answer. Because the guy knows that he only meant two. In that case, he doesn't remember if he meant 59, 60, or 1. He doesn't even know what it was. Over here he knows. It's 2, I just don't know from what type. Hamine mincha chada. Says the Gemara. Amen. Dilma, ha money. He's not going to do that again. Come a little closer. Dilma ha mani Reb Shimoni. That was my Bill Torah. Dilma ha mani Reb Shimoni. The Omar mechzo chalos or mechzo rekikin yavi. So if a guy says mine, according to Reb Shimon, remember the famous Reb Shimon. He's laughing. According to Reb Shimon, a guy could break his a guy says mafetanor. He could usually a guy says mafetanor means either chalos or rekikin. According to Reb Shimon, I could divide them in half. I could take 5 rekikin and 5 chalos. 1 rakik, 9 chalos. Doesn't matter what the bottom line is. Rekikin and chalos are all one. So maybe this guy, what he meant to say is, I'm bringing one type, meaning mafetanor, one type, with one type of mincha, but different types of loaves. When he says min, he's referring to one type. Menachos is the types of loaves, not the type of mincha. Omani Reb Shimoni, the Omar Mechzel Chalis and Mechzel Rikikin Yavi. Umay Mincha, and what did he mean by Mincha? Mincha, the Isbo Trey Mini. It's a Mincha that has two types in it. Rabbanon, the Amri Mechzel Chalis and Mechzel Rikikin Lo Yavi. According to Rabbanon, that you cannot break them down. Maybe Shtei Menachos, Mishnei Minim.
When you say minei mincha.
Yeah. Then, according to them, you would have to bring. You can't break it. You can't break it down. Now we're going to see a little bit more of Reb Shimon soon. Pirashti b'ni idea ma pirashti yobi chamishton. So if a person doesn't remember, what he remembers that he said mefurish, I'm bringing a mincha. He remembers it could be marchesh, it could be machmas. He doesn't know which one. So there's 5 types. What are the 5 types? Soilas, machvas, marcheshes, and then you have the rikikin and the chalois, which are, those 2 are within the mafetanur. So he has to bring all 5. Mantana Omer Rabbi Yirmiyah, the loiker Rabbi Shimon. The Rabbi Shimon, if according to Rabbi Shimon that says what? According to Rabbi Shimon I can combine chalis and rikikin. Inami sover loiker Rabbi Yehuda, doma kol menachos bois eser. Is equal sapuki ba'arbas Menachos. So at the end of the day, it's very simple. I don't know if you can see it all the way back there. Anytime there's a lot of words, you have a little bit of a problem. The Gemara is basically asking, there's machlokes. First of all, we have to know there's machlokes. We learned in the Mishnah, believe it or not, it might be hard to believe that we learned this mefurish in the Mishnah not so long ago. Machlokes, how many chalois do you bring in a typical mincha? In other words, in Lechem Aponim, everybody agrees it's 12 chalois. What else does everybody agree that's 12? Does anybody remember? Shtei Lechem Shtayim. So what's 12? Minchas Chavite Kohen Gadol. Everybody agrees it's 12. Now there's machlokes in the Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda and Meir. What about the rest of the Menachos? So the Gemara says, let's even take the most lenient opinion, which is 10 chalois. So you have 10 chalois, you have 14 combinations. Why? You have soilis machvas marcheshes, that's a given, that's 3 types. The guy says, I don't know what type I gave, what type I promised. So he has to bring soilis, you agree with me, he has to bring soilis. That's 1. He has to bring a machvas and a marcheshes, that's 3. Now in mafetanur, he'll bring 10 and 10. Fine, so that's 4. But it's also possible...
No, 10 and 10. 10 chalos is 1, 10 rikikin is another 1.
Then you have 5. Plus, you're right. Plus 9.
Yeah.
Plus 9.
Why?
Why?
Should be 2 separate rows.
Correct. This is a mistake. It's a good thing I did it, otherwise it wouldn't fit here. No, it just fits based on the thing. Okay, so chales rikikin, 10, right, 100%. 5. Then you have the combination of 1 rokik and 9 chales. 2 rokik and all the way down, 9 combinations.
Only according to Reb Shimon.
Only according to Reb Shimon that this works, that you can combine 1 and 1. According, what? Otherwise, according, now wait a minute. No, if you mechulik on Reb Shimon and you hold you can't combine, then all this goes away. You can't combine. The only thing that you could add is 2 more according to the shita that holds, according to a mayor that holds that there's 12 chalois, so there's another 2 options that go longer down here, and it won't be 9 and 1, it'll be 11 and 1. And it'll be 2 and 10, whatever, it'll go down.
You'll add 2 more.
They'll add 2 more. That's all the Gemara is saying. That the minimum would be 14, but it could go all the way up to 16 if you hold like Rameir. Yeah? This is a mistake to be corrected. All right. We need to slow down. I'm going to start talking really slow.
No essay to finish early.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay. Now that I have the header, I know.
Last year when you were in Chicago, when you finished very close.
Many more people.
35 you finished.
Okay. We're going to start fine. Abaye Omar, Afilu Tem Reb Shimon. Abaye says it could go according to Reb Shimon. Shamina Reb Shimon, Omar Maisi Umasni. Now, according to Reb Shimon, he holds that I just bring chalois and rikikin, and I'll make it tnai. I'll say, whatever I promised, I don't need to bring one of each of these combinations. I'll bring 10 chalois, 10 rikikin, and if I promised 10 chalois, it's 10 chalois. If I promised 10 rikikin, 10 rikikin. And if I promised 9 and 1, So I'll take 9 from here, 1 from here, and the rest is all what? A nadava. I can make it 9. What's the big deal? I don't need to bring 14 combinations. So according to him, all I bring is 5 combinations. 5 things. Soilus, machmas, macheshes, chalis, and rikikim. The Sanya, I'll prove it to you that he holds he could do a Tanai. Reb Shimon Omer, Lemachros, maybe Hashomi veluga imoy. I wanted to print this out just for fun. Today, it's a really, really complicated sugya of Mitzorah and Nazir b'Safek. We're not going to get into it. But the point is that a person that has a Safek, Lemachras, meaning after 60 days, says Rashi, he brings his carbon asham and his lug of oil, imoy va'omer, in Mitzorah talking about himself in third party. If I'm a Mitzorah, zeu hashamoy v'zeu lugay, in lav. Now, by the way, what does zeu lugay mean? This is my shemen. Vim lav oshum ze ye shalmen edava, and everything and what about the shemen? Also, it should be a nedava. So that only could go according to Rabbi Tarfon. Again, we just learned that you could bring oil as a nedava. Reb Kivi can't bring oil as an adama. Fine. Right. So he says in Mefurish, I'm bringing this asham as an asham if I need a asham. If I don't need a asham, so then this carbon is going to flip into a shlamim. There's no difference really between an asham and a shlamim in the way you shecht it in the Kabbalah halacha. There's a couple small halachas that the Gemara is going to discuss that we're going to do l'chumra. Whatever is more chomer in one or the other, that's what we're going to do to make sure that we yaitz everything. Now, because asham is kachi kachim, all kachi kachim are done b'tzafon, north of the mizbeach, and not like shlamim that can be done in the entire azara. Umatam b'choinois. So now because he might be a mitzayra, and this is an asham mitzayra. So I take a little bit of the blood, put it on his ear, put it on his right thumb, put it on his right big toe. There's no isser to use shlamim bud and put it on somebody's ear. So I'm doing a little bit of a chumrah just in case he's a mitzayr. Ulusachim. This is a big problem. Usmicha. This is a big problem. Ulusachim is also a problem because both need smicha. So what's he b'mechadash here? Oh, you have to do smicha. Well, mimbar I have to do smicha because if it's a asham mitzayr, I have to do smicha, and if it's a shlam, I have to do smicha. So what is he coming to tell me? Ulusachim.
Is it a problem that if it's a shlamim then it's missing some of the blood?
No, because half the blood, 90% of the blood goes on the floor. I do Kabbalah, one kli.
Some of it is going on the mutton bonus.
Right. I'm saying the blood goes on the floor, it goes into the drain. So what do I care if I take some of that blood instead of going on the floor in the drain? I put it on his binus. All I need is a kli for Zrikas Adam. This animal puts out 45 gallons of blood. Who cares? What?
The mutton bonus doesn't come from that way.
Oh, I don't think so. So we want to peek into Taisus real quickly, just to answer the question, because it's very important to the sugya. So Taisus, Dibra Maskil Smicha, it's like 4 Taisuses from the bottom. It says Taisus, Lemanda Omar Asham Etzoyer Lav Deraisa. So one pshat is that this Gemara is going according to the Manda Omar that says that there's no Smicha Mederaisa on a Asham. So what is he saying? Have Bakfuyi Yadav. So Taisus is saying like this, very, very gishmak. The halacha is that you're not allowed to if you don't have to, it's also to lean on the animal. Mishamish be'kachim. What do you say? Mishamish be?
It's mila, right?
Mila, yeah. You're doing mila. So but what's smicha? To lean on an animal for your whole body. But if it's a shlam, if it's a ashem mitzoyer, which is only mechuyev and smicha midrabanan, then it would be also for you to put your whole body on it because it's only midrabanan and you're doing meila. So says Taisus bakfu yadav. So that would mean that he just put his hands lightly on his head and not do the whole thing, which is also problematic because Lamaisa he's not being yaitza the way he's supposed to be yaitza. Va'avagav the shlam and bo smicha gemura. You have to do the full thing. Fine. Then Taisus says, and then he says mishum takuni gavri tiru. So that's why, because we got to fix this guy. This guy is in a big brach. He won't be able to eat shlamim. He won't be able to eat kachim for the rest of his life. He has this suffix mitzvah on him. He doesn't know what's going on. He can't go into Beis Hamikdash. There's a lot of problems. We got to get rid of his issues. We're going to allow him to do smicha, not so halachically correct, by putting a light smicha on his head. Then Taisus says, "L'mando Amar Da'iraisa is hiske bechinam smicha. So, but if you hold that the midiraisa of mitzvah is chayiv smicha, so then there's both of them are deraisa, shlamim and the mitzvah both deraisa. So the Gemara shouldn't have mentioned it at all. It's not something I need to know. Oh, by the way, you have to do Kabbalah, and by the way, you have to do Zrika, you have to do Shechita. Of course, everything needs Shechita, everything needs Kabbalah, everything needs Smicha. So there's no point of it. V'chein nesachim. Now, the Tosfos also mentions nesachim is the same problem. Both require nesachim. Ben Hashem served to Smicha nesachim. What?
It would be worse because both of them has to do proper smicha. If it's chayav deraisa.
Why is it worse? Then you do proper Smicha. Perfect.
Smicha.
No, you don't. No, but if you hold the right, then you do have to do the proper smicha. Yeah, that part is only if you hold the rabbanon. Says Taisus all the end. Umiu nesachim etzinu lemem b'denokam mishum shar hashamis d'leboyu nesachim. Says Taisus because most hashamis don't need nesachim. We're talking about a sham mitzayra. So comes Rabbi Shimon and says, by the way, don't forget to do nesachim over here because this is different. It's tam halacha. He's reminding you. But smicha, which applies to all the ashamis, then it doesn't make sense that he's reminding you. What is he reminding you? It's asham just like other ashamis. In Zvachim, Taisus says another pshat that he holds that it's only the Rabbanon, but you mechuyev over here because of a suffix. And I'm only bringing this Taisus because of Naphtali, because there's a Kilas Yankiv on it. And the Kilas Yankiv is mechadish over there. Interesting chiddush that just like you say that esse doicha loisase. So says the disciple, you also say suffix esse, doiches suffix loisase. So over here is a suffix loisase of putting your hand and being over mi'ila. It will be nitcha because of the suffix esse that you have to do smicha. Fine. It's a chiddush in this night. I said the covet Naftali, the covet Shabbos covet. Zok the Gemara.
I want to talk on the shelf?
You missed Chaim's story last night. Chaim Kornbluh said that his grandfather, that's your father. But maybe it's your shver. Maybe it's your shver. Did you have a shver to go? Did your father go to Reb Shimon Shkop's yeshiva? His stepfather. So he said his stepfather went to Reb Shimon Shkop and somebody was saying there's a ktsois, and Reb Shimon Shkop said there's no such ktsois. So this 12-year-old stepfather of his said there is such a ktsois. Reb Shimon said, I'm the balabos of ktsois. Don't tell me such a thing. And they opened it up, and his grandfather was right. So he says, you're in yeshiva. Fine. Being that you mentioned tzais, that was yesterday's ma'aseh. Fine. Hi, Chaim, I'm sure you're watching now, and your brother. So
Nobody's watching.
you don't know how to look. You said that every. You say that every day.
Zero.
Yeah, you say that every day, and then I look afterwards. It says 15 people watching. If you're watching, send us a sign. Just write Nachman Seltzer, whatever. Get on your phone right now, and write something. Says the Gemara. Yeah, I'm just trying to burn some time here. Not like where are we holding? I can't find it. Sorry, I don't know where. With Nubas Chazav Shoik, so you also have to make sure you do Tnufa Chazav Shoik. That these are only appropriate for Shlamim and not for Hashem and Tzoyro. V'nechal l'zichri kuna l'yom v'layla. Only in Asham has a strict eating that only a kohen can eat it and only for one day and a night. Shlamim, everybody could eat it. They could eat it outside of the Beis Hamikdash. They could eat it for 2 days and a night. Interesting. The Gemara calls Mesechtes Zvachim Shchitas Kachim. We call it in modern day, it's called Zvachim, but the Gemara is calling it Mesechtes Kachim. We already discussed. The only case that Reb Shimon says that you could do one of these Tnaim and say, if I'm Chayiv, then it's a Asham, and if I'm Potter, and if I'm Potter, it's a Shlamim. That's in order to fix this Mitzayir guy. Avo Ba'alma, the Evidin, only if it got mixed in, 2 korbanos mixed in, so you say, okay, bring them, make it Tnai. Avo L'chatchila Loi, you can't go ahead and say, let me bring these 2 things. Over here, you want to bring it L'chatchila. That's his son saying that he's watching. Hanimili Gabi Shlamim, the Ka Mimayid Bachiloson. Says the Gemara, the reason why I can make a Tanai by Shlamim, because I'm going from 2 days to 1 day. So Mamela it's also. The reason why Reb Shimon says don't do it l'chatchila is because I'm downgrading the amount of time that I'm allowed to eat it. And what could happen if I say you can't eat it for 2 days? It could go bad on us. if you're over on lino, you have to burn it. So it's a chashash that you might take good meat, good kachim, and have to throw it away. Ava menachos, you're talking about here mixing up chalis and rikikin. You want to do a mix and make it tnai and say if I need chalis, I'm bringing chalis. I bring the rikikin. Afilu chatchila. Every challah, every mincha could only be eaten for how long? One day and a night. So Mamela, I went from one day to a night to one day to a night. I didn't ruin anything. So Mamela, even the chatchila, Reb Shimon is going to say I could make it night. Omer Reb Papa, just technically, how do you do this? Omer Reb Papa, Reb Shimon do Omer mechza chalis and mechza rikikin yavi. Pakamaisi yisar nechad mishnei yisaroin. What happens if you have a whole batch of chalis, a whole batch of rikikin? How do you make the rikikin? How do you make the chalis? Obviously, the rikikin came from a fully sarin, and the chalas came from a fully sarin. Because you're saying, what if I was menadav chalis? I had to bring a fully sarin. What if it was menadav rikikin? Fully sarin. So the two is Yisraelim, two separate menachos, done with two different kmitzas. How do I combine the two? How does it work? Hakamaisi sarin echad mishnei yisarin. I'm really taking 5 chalas and 5 rikikin. They were done from 2 individual menachos. How do I combine the two? What? Yeah, on Reb Shimon. How does it work?
How do you make it, or
How am menadav? How can I be menadav something? It says you have to bring a fully sarin, and over here I'm bringing a half a sarin from here and half a sarin from here. And I'm bringing a half a lug of shemen from this lug and half a lug from this lug. I'm combining 2 things. Says Gemara, Reb Shimon da Omar. I heard Reb Shimon said. We heard Reb Shimon say. Rashi says, I have no idea where this is. Imhevi sarin echad mishnei yisraelos v'lug echad mishnei lugin yatsa. Okay, there's a Reb Shimon that says that I can combine even from 2 different yisraelos and from 2 different lugin. Umikma tzeichi comments. And how do I do the kmitza? The masni ba'amar, in every kmitza he makes a tnai. If I owe pure chalis, 10 chalis, urikikin l'chudayu, amri the kol kamitzna mechalos leheve chalis. This kmitza that I'm taking from the chalis that are already baked, I take a kmitza from this baked challah, and I owe only chalis as my chiyuv, as my nedava, so that's a perfect kmitza. Leheve chalis. The kol kamitzna rikikin leheve rikikin. Imechza rikikin or mechza chalos. But if I donated 5 and 5, the kol kamitzna mechalos leheve mechza chalis and mechza rikikin. L'chayr, what the Gemara is saying here is that what I'm taking right now from the chalos should go for the rikikin as well, and what I'm taking from the rikikin is going to be in the dava for both of them. This is my chiyuv. Kmitza number 1 is my chiyuv. Kmitza number 2 is my nedava. That's how I think the pshat is. What? What do you say again? Sorry?
You don't need kmitza and challah for challah and non-rikikin for rikikin. Why are you saying?
No, you're allowed to combine. According to Reb Shimon, it's considered one mincha. It's one mincha.
The challah will be
Yeah.
related to the rikikin.
Exactly.
The extra rikikin is for nedava.
Exactly. But the rikikin need their own kmitza because they're nedava. It's another mincha. It's a mincha's nedava. So for that, I'm going to take kmitza number 2 and make everything, the half a challah that's a nedava, and the half a rikikin nedava will be in my kmitza number 2. As the Gemara, at the end of the day, I should need 1 kmitza from both. Take a pile of challah and rikikin and let me make it 1 kmitza from both. Don't I need 1 kmitza from both? He's not doing that. Says the Gemara, because at the end of the day, they're all considered one mincha, the chalas and rikikin. So if I take from one, even though it didn't contain any of the other, I'm going to have a wonderful Shabbos. Shir Masi Shabbos at 7:15.
7:15.
What? Oh, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Sorry.